they're off. Racing away then for race number 3. Competitive field for this restricted with Il Padrino up there in their early pace as they all get across the opening fence of 18 on their way round, and settled in at the back of the field. Shanty's Temple in the Maria Jack as they run now slightly downhill before taking another line in ground towards fence number 2, which is quite a distance away from fence number 1 in this line of 3 this afternoon. Il Padrino, a narrow advantage over what you're doing. Hugo Moss made a mistake towards the back of the field on the inside there. John Dawson doing well to keep the partnership intact as they approach the ditch for the first time. They're all up and over it safely enough now, leaving this left-handed turn out towards the far side of the course where they'll have fences 4 and 5 awaiting them on this section. Il Padrino, what you're doing? The leading pair as they head towards fence number 4. They're all up and over it safely enough with towards the outside. Rockhampton taking slightly closer order. Rockhampton and then the old Bob Road and the yellow jacket of Medina Agent towards the inside. These will then be followed through by Hugo Moss and John Dawson in the orange jacket more towards the inside, towards the rear of the field. So now they're making this left-handed run and beginning to climb the hill. Coming back towards home. This left-handed run towards fence number 6 and towards the cross fence. So we take it at 6 and 15 on the way round. What are you doing in Il Padrino? In a very tightly bunched field at this stage. Line them up as taking slightly closer order to Bell Hughes towards the outside. Melina Agent, the yellow jacket, is creeping a little bit closer, and then comes the old Bob Road and Rockhampton. Hugo Moss still towards the rear of the field, along with Shanty's Temple in that orange jacket, as they turn out left-handed. They're beginning to make the run back towards home on the first occasion in this 3-mile restricted contest. The field of 8 set out, and the field of 8 are still going quite tightly bunched, heading towards fences 7, 8 and 9 down the straight on this first circuit. Il Padrino jumping well at the head of affairs. Jumped up quite prominently there as well. What are you doing? Coming towards this second fence in the line. Il Padrino, and what you do? What you're doing, putting quite an accurate jump up along the outside. Line up and trying to flee. We're just beginning to creep a little bit closer, and then the old Bob Road and the light jacket towards the inside. We will then be followed through by Melina Agent and Hugo Moss and the noseband towards the back of the field. The cheapest runner towards the outside of Rockhampton as they begin now to come under the nose of the judge. The Shanty's Temple just improved. So the field of 8 will certainly be separated by 4 or 5 lengths as they turn left-hand. 4 or 5 lengths, maybe being a little bit generous. It might even be a little bit tighter as they head left-handed now slightly on the descent back towards their point of departure. They fences 10, 11 and 12 to jump in this line. 12 will be the second and final one of their open ditches. And the 8 off them square up to this line through with Il Padrino still the leader with what you're doing towards the outside. Jumping up there, well there is line them up towards the outer, line them up. Dale Peters jumped well there at fence number 10 on his long run back towards the 11th. Hugo Moss, Shanty's Temple towards the rear of the field with Melina Agent, and still at the back of the field with Rockhampton and the two pieces in the white sleeves. So heading towards fence 11, have it now again, all jumping soundly enough with Il Padrino and line them up at the head of the fence. Line them up jumping certainly will go over the last half mile, standing in really good stead as they cross the ditch for the final time. Fence 12 turning now again left-handed towards the back straight. Fences 13 and 14 awaiting them across there. Still by virtue of the inside, Il Padrino leads line them up from the old Bob Road out wide. What are you doing towards the inside? A good jump that time from the orange jacket of Hugo Moss. John Dawson's got him into contention. Still very tightly bunched with Melina Agent and Shanty's Temple and Rockhampton only a couple of lengths off the speed. Rockhampton again was clumsy over the 14 at the back of the field. So turning out left-handed at the beginning to make this run back towards the cross fence for the final time. Fence number 15, there's still 6 furlongs or so left to cover in this 3-mile restricted contest. And on squaring up towards fence number 15 will be taken as 4 out. The Old Bog Road has come through to lead narrowly from Lynham up and Dale Peters and the striped sleeves out slightly wider on the course. It's now hard work for Hill Padrino. His early exertions may just begin to pay. Chantu's Temple in the sheep is trying to get a little bit closer, and Hugo Moss is creeping into this as well. What you're doing is beginning to drop out of it, but turning left-handed, now heading back towards the judge. They've still got 3 fences to cover and still the thick end of a half mile to go. It's going to be quite hard work through the closing stages here. The opening stages are at a fairly decent pace. They're turning left-handed, they're straightening up now to the final 3 fences, and Lynham up and Dale Peters around the outside has come through to narrowly take over from the Old Bog Road and the Pale Jacket. Chantu's Temple and Hugo Moss, this leading 4 are beginning to peel away from everything else. At 3 out, Lynham up, jump well, so too the Old Bog Road to the inside. Now Hugo Moss has come under pressure in 3rd, and ditto Chantu's Temple in 4th. The rising ground heading towards 2 out. The Old Bog Road and Lynham up on the near side. It's the leading pair, and Lynham up again, jump very accurately along the outside, and Dale Peters doesn't come to Alnwick very often, but looks like it's been a successful trip already, because Lynham up is away from the last well, but now Hugo Moss is beginning to engage overdrive and try and close on this leader. Lynham up is all out to hold Hugo Moss, and does so at the line. Lynham up beats Hugo Moss, then in behind those the Old Bog Road, and Chantu's Temple is running 4th.